Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most legendary last stands in human history. A story so epic, it sounds like it was ripped from the pages of a fantasy novel. But this is real. This is the story of the Battle of Thermopylae. Imagine this: a narrow coastal pass, a handful of warriors standing shoulder to shoulder, their bronze shields gleaming under the hot Greek sun. Before them, an army so vast it was said to drink rivers dry. This wasn't just a battle, it was a defining moment for courage, sacrifice, and the very idea of freedom. The year is 480 BC. Xerxes the Great, the mighty king of Persia, has assembled an invasion force of unprecedented scale. His goal? To conquer Greece, to expand his already colossal empire, and to avenge his father's defeat at the Battle of Marathon 10 years earlier. His army, a multicultural host drawn from every corner of his empire, numbered in the hundreds of thousands. The Persian war machine was seemingly unstoppable. As news of the invasion spread, panic gripped the Greek city-states. Many submitted, seeing resistance as futile. But not all. A coalition of Greek states, led by Athens and Sparta, decided to fight. They knew they couldn't match the Persians in sheer numbers. Their only hope was to use geography to their advantage. Their choice of battleground was a narrow pass called Thermopylae, which translates to the Hot Gates. Here, the mountains plunged almost directly into the sea, creating a bottleneck so tight that the massive Persian army could only advance a few men at a time. It was the perfect place to neutralize the Persian numerical advantage. Leading the Greek defense was the stoic and battle-hardened king of Sparta, Leonidas. According to the law and religious custom, the Spartans were in the middle of a sacred festival, the Carneia, during which warfare was forbidden. But the threat was too great to ignore. An oracle had prophesied that either Sparta would be destroyed or it would lose one of its kings. Leonidas, knowing this, chose his path. He handpicked 300 of his best soldiers, not just for their skill in combat, but for a specific reason. Each one had a living son to carry on his family line. He knew this was likely a one-way trip. These 300 Spartans were the heart of the Greek force, but they weren't alone. They were joined by around 7,000 other Greek soldiers from various city-states, including Thespians and Thebans, all united by a common cause. For 2 full days, this small Greek force performed a miracle. They held the pass against wave after wave of Persian attacks. The Persian infantry, including their elite unit, the Immortals, were thrown against the Greek phalanx. The Spartans, with their long spears, heavy bronze shields, and superior training, were a wall of death. The tight space of Thermopylae turned the Persian numbers into a weakness. Their own men were crushed in the charge, and the Greek phalanx held firm. Leonidas and his men were masters of tactical warfare. They would feign retreats, luring the Persians into a disorganized charge. Then they would turn and cut them down. The sheer discipline and fighting prowess of the Spartans were unlike anything the Persians had ever faced. The pile of bodies grew, creating a gruesome barrier for the next wave of attackers. Xerxes, watching from a nearby hill, is said to have leaped from his throne in frustration and anger 3 times as he watched his elite troops get slaughtered. The Greek stand was heroic, but it couldn't last forever. The tide of the battle turned not by force but by betrayal. A local man named Ephialtes, hoping for a rich reward from Xerxes, revealed a hidden mountain path that bypassed the main Greek position. This path would allow the Persians to encircle the Greeks and attack them from the rear. When Leonidas learned of the betrayal, he knew the position was lost. His mission was no longer to win, but to buy time. Time for the Greek navy to position itself. Time for the rest of Greece to rally its forces. He made a fateful decision. He dismissed the bulk of the Greek army, sending them away to fight another day and to carry the news of what had happened at the Hot Gates. He, his 300 Spartans, and around 700 Thespians who voluntarily chose to stay, would remain. They would hold the pass to the last man. On the 3rd day, the final act of this epic tragedy unfolded. Now surrounded, fighting from both the front and the rear, the Greeks fought with a desperation and fury that stunned the Persians. When their spears broke, they fought with their short swords. When their swords were lost, they fought with their hands and teeth. They sold their lives as dearly as possible. Leonidas fell in the thick of the fighting, and a fierce battle raged over his body. The Greeks recovered it 4 times before being finally overwhelmed. The remaining Spartans and Thespians made their last stand on a small hill within the pass. They were pelted with a storm of arrows until not a single man was left standing. They had all fallen, but they had not been broken. They had fulfilled their duty. So what was the point of this sacrifice? Militarily, the Battle of Thermopylae was a defeat, but its impact was monumental. The delay they brought was crucial. It allowed the Athenian navy to prepare for the decisive naval battle of Salamis, where they would cripple the Persian fleet. The story of Leonidas and his 300 became a powerful rallying cry that inspired all of Greece. It showed that the mighty Persian Empire was not invincible, that free men fighting for their homes and their liberty could stand against a tyrant. The sacrifice at Thermopylae fueled the Greek resolve that would eventually lead to the complete expulsion of the Persian invaders the following year. The legacy of Thermopylae has echoed through the centuries. It has become the ultimate symbol of courage against overwhelming odds. It's a testament to the idea that some principles, like freedom and honor, are worth dying for. The stand of the 300 is not just a story about warfare, it's a story about the strength of the human spirit. It reminds us that the actions of a few can change the course of history and inspire generations to come. A monument stands at Thermopylae today, engraved with an ancient inscription, "Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie." It's a somber, powerful reminder of their incredible sacrifice. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to ancient Greece. What an incredible story. If you found this as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into history's most epic moments. Let me know in the comments what other historical battles you'd like to see covered. Until next time, stay curious.